Have you ever asked yourself the question, what if an evil witch turns you into a mechanical boy and asks you to steal your best friend who just so happens to be a talking magical flute? In this episode of H.R Pufnstuf, that question will be answered.
H.R Pufnstuf.
The episode starts off with HR just having a snooze. And Jimmy wakes up and places Freddy, his magical flute, next to HR and sneaks out. Kling and Clang, the rescue rangers, see this and follow Jimmy. Jimmy, now in the magical haunted forest, is being harassed by some trees, and he gets away from these trees by doing the classic branch stomp.
You won't get away from me, you little human!
I won't, eh?
Ouch! Grab
Kling and Clang run after Jimmy, but they're small dudes, they got little legs, and they get tired. So they decide to have a little rest by some non-magical normal trees. Wait a minute, those trees are actually not non-magical normal trees. They're alive magical normal trees. Kling and Clang jump up, and they start running. They run into Jimmy. Jimmy needs their little help to steal the witch's boat so he can sail back home. Kling and Clang, being the heroic rescue rangers, jump to action and run away. Jimmy, being the quick thinker, says this to them.
If you go by yourself, the witch will surely get you.
Kling and Clang aren't the smartest tools in the place you keep the tools. I don't really understand how they got this job. They're rescue rangers. I feel like bravery would be an essential skill. So Jimmy and the runaway rangers sneak onto Witchy Poo's boat and try and steal it so that Jimmy can get back home. Witchy Poo has these binocular things that can see anyone at any time, anywhere. And a little hunchback bird thing is always on them, watching everyone. Naturally, this bird thing goes running over to Witchy Poo and tells her what Kling and Clang and Jimmy are up to. And as a reward for his good work, Witchy Poo smacks the freak bird on the beak. Nothing like negative reinforcement to keep your staff on their toes and excited about working for you. So the bird thing starts to cry. Damn, I kind of feel bad for this bird guy now. Like, I thought he was a bad person because he worked for Witchy Poo. But now that I think about it, that's kind of like a shallow mindset. Just because you work for someone evil doesn't make you a bad person. Like, I'm sure there's probably some good Nazis out there. That makes it sound like I'm condoning Nazis. So the bird pries all over the binoculars and they blow up. The bird turns two-dimensional and the witch is just speechless. Back to the boat now, and Kling, Clang, and Jimmy are trying to unhook the boat so they can sail it away, and they get interrupted by a Dark Souls boss. The lads jump under a sheet, and for some reason the Dark Souls boss gets scared. Don't really understand why he got scared. I'm guessing that he might have thought they were ghosts. Why is everyone on this island just scared of everything? The bravest person on this island is a 12-year-old boy, and he doesn't even live here. He's new to the island. You'd think he would be the most scared. But he's the bravest person out of everyone. I'm not one to jump easily like half the creatures on this bloody island, but this did scare me.
So we do too. The witch will hear you.
She just teleports in front of him. It was actually quite scary. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it might take her a little bit longer to stop him, but she just boom, boom, boom. There she is. No hesitation. Jimmy, Kling, Clang, they just start running. And this is when Witchy Poo activates her next most busted spell, Freeze.
Say freeze!
Yep, just like in the previous episode, she just freezes Jimmy. It's not fair. The witch tells the bug thing to frisk Jimmy to look for Freddy the magical flute, but as we know, Freddy is snoozing with HR in his bed. So the witch needs to come up with a plan to steal Freddy. And she comes up with this plan very fast.
Think! Brainwashed! I've got it. I'll turn Jimmy into a mechanical boy.
How did she come up with this plan? It took her all of 2 seconds. She was like, mechanical boy, flute, boom. No one thinks of a plan that quick.
I'm a mechanical boy.
But he's a little bit too mechanical for her liking, so she adds a little bit of emotion to him.
Be happy. Happy. Be sad.
Ah, yes. Much better. Now he is a very emotional, normal, mechanical boy. The witch explains to her mechanical servant that he has 24 hours to bring her Jimmy. Luckily, the mechanical boy is just fast as fuck. There is no way he's even going to get to HR's cave in 24 hours. Look how slow he walks. He's rusted. He sounds like my chair. Jimmy arrives to HR's cave in record time, picks up Freddy, and starts to leave. Damn, that was quick. Proved me wrong. I honestly thought HR would be around to stop him, but the mechanical dude just picks up Freddy and walks out with no resistance at all. So just to recap, Jimmy, Kling and Clang have been missing all morning. And what's HR doing? He's tending to his fucking garden. He's doing a terrible job at it. Look at that grass. It's dead. And he also wrote the R backwards in mayor. How did he get this job of mayor? I'm starting to notice a theme on Living Island. People in great high power positions are completely unqualified. What does HR even stand for? HR stands for Royal Highness. I think being able to read and write is pretty important if you're the mayor. I can barely do either, but you don't see me running an island. So HR runs over to Jimmy to see what the problem is, and Jimmy just breaks out into song.
I'm a mechanical boy.
Not gonna lie, this song kind of slaps. That's a really creative way to tell the one person that can stop Witchy Poo's plans that you're under an evil spell. Action Man HR explains that this is a time spell because of the 24-hour limit. And who do we know that is good at time spells? That's right, the clock people. On their way to the clock people, they run into Dr. Blinky. And Dr. Blinky convinces Jimmy to give him Freddy with the classic handshake greeting trick.
Shake hands.
How do you do? I have 24 hours.
Oh, sorry.
I love this trick. It works 95% of the time. Whoa, is that a really ridiculous bag of cartoon money? Nice to meet ya. Blinky and Freddy stay behind, and HR takes Jimmy to see the clock people. Jimmy and HR are at the clock people now, and Grandfather Clock sets up a time machine, and then... Oh, hello. Damn, wouldn't mind to spend a bit of time with her. Nothing wrong with that clock face. God, I wouldn't mind hitting snooze on that. So HR puts Jimmy into the time machine, and while this is happening, Witchy Poo is spying on them through her magical binocular things. But she also notices that Freddy is by himself at Dr. Blinky's. Boom, the witch teleports to go get Freddy. Not gonna lie, I actually completely forgot about Cling and Clang. They've been in this bird cage all morning, and I feel sorry for them. They're locked in there, they can't even get... Oh, they just unlocked it and walked out. She needs to up her security. That was way too easy. So I cut back to Jimmy, and they've put him into a time machine that sort of looks like the car that Homer made for his brother. And Grandfather Clock explains,
I'm going to speed up time for Jimmy. He's going to become 24 hours older in just 24 minutes.
While that is happening, Witchy Poo has made her way to Dr. Blinky's meth lab, and she's looking everywhere for Freddy. I'm guessing the fumes have got to her because she's starting to talk to human skull, which is illegal to have, and a really hot head of a candle.
So long. I'll get mad and burn your wig.
Boom. We cut back to Jimmy and HR at the clock people's place, and they've fixed him. He's great. Grandfather Clock pulled through in just the nick of time. And out of nowhere, Cling and Clang come running into the frame. They ran from the castle all the way to Clocktown. How big is this island? Is everyone just like neighbors? This is ridiculous. Cling and Clang explain that the witch is going to go get Freddy, so off they go. Boom. We cut back to the witch, and she has just made a absolute mess of this meth lab. She keeps like putting her hands in books, and they keep biting her, they keep tricking her. Then this Bunsen beaker container thing spits in her face. She falls backwards and finds Freddy on the ground. She fell over, created an absolute mess, and there's Freddy just under the table.
There you are.
Where's Dr. Blinky? This man's a doctor. Can't he, like, why is he run? Ugh, he's just hopeless. God, there's some dumb people in this fucking island. So the witch runs out of the house with Freddy in hand. This is when she runs into HR and Jimmy. Jimmy has a brilliant plan. He explains to HR to distract her. HR comes up with some brilliant small talk.
Pardon me, my good woman. As mayor of Living Island, I'd...
Hold it, Buster.
And Jimmy grabs a handful of dust and throws it at Dr. Blinky's house. Now, why is this such a genius plan? Expert H.R. Pufnstuf viewer like myself knows this is a brilliant plan because Dr. Blinky's house is a living house and has a lot of allergies. Jimmy throwing the dust in Dr. Blinky's house makes it sneeze. Freddy flies through the air. Jimmy catches him. The house sneezes one more time, and Witchy Poo's clothes all fly off. With embarrassment, she runs away, and our heroes win the day once again. Let's go. Jimmy, HR, better duo than Shaq and Kobe. And that's the end of the episode. Jimmy and Freddy are reunited. H.R. Pufnstuf is still a really bad mayor. And Dr. Blinky's house is allergic to everything. That's like if a plumber has bad toilets. So subscribe if you enjoyed me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one.